Tonight, I'm gonna have myself a real good time. I feel alive.
Welcome back to the Alboe Show. We are checking out some replays of Total War Arena, some of the favorable matches, seeing what we can learn from them. We are doing archers, and catapults in this episode. So we're going to start with Vercingetorix, another battle on Capitoline Hill. Surely that's not the same one we already watched. No, of course not. This one is a bit of a shorter battle. I really like the rebel archers, only for their abilities. Kayane with the Greeks, she is definitely an archer general. But there is something to be said about these giant flaming patches. Okay, so we are choosing our little group here, and we're going to enforce this whole side. A couple spears is all you really need. Horses to hit their archers, spearmen to chop up their guys, and an archer pack like me. Of course, I'm bringing all my long-range tools, and I'm just going to make sure they're all set up. I love having the long range just so I can hit their archers before they can hit me. That seems to be the plague. I'm spotting my target already, and you see me switching on. We'll highlight all of them so you can see my range fields. I am not giving away my game that I can hit him and he can't hit me until now. And there's the rain. He is charging on. I don't want to play that anymore, so I am running away. I'll get a last couple shots off, and I'm booking it. I'm within his range, he's within mine. He's going to take a few, and I'm going to try to deke him out. But mainly, if I hurt him enough, like I have already, then he's not going to have much punch left to hit me back with. The quicker you can hit archers, the less effective they are. And now he's just a piddly few. I've essentially nuked both his archer groups. His spears are fine, but at this point I don't have to worry about too much. I got the jump on him with those long-range shots, and I kind of toyed him with him a bit. And now his spears are going, and he's disconnected. He's lost both archers, his spears are down to half health, and he's out of the game. Alright, so I'm trying to find a good angle to hit him with. I moved up one of my guys to use the fire. I'm keeping the other two abilities in reserve here. And I am just waiting for the moments where I need to use them. I'm thinking, do I fire this guy? Do I fire this guy? I'm seeing his charge. I know where I'm throwing it, and I'm seeing numbers, and he's burning up. And I decide to double down on it and throw a second fire, and I'm getting out of there because I'm getting charged. All right, you want to hit him from this side angle here. That's the least likely to get friendly fire, and you can devastate him. If you hit him straight on, you're going to hit your guys in the front of their face, but that side on angle is just ripe. And here this one spear hold against two groups, a level 3 against two level 4s. He did fantastic. We backed him up, and now we just need to clean up these last few guys. Horses are coming in to do the job. I consider helping out, but I'm moving on. Alright, I'm turning my attention to the midfield where we are a little bit down. You can see me using my ability down here as much as I can. It has a really quick recharge. Like, it's about 10 seconds and you get about 4 seconds of sprint. Alright, and I decide to change my tactic. There's something going on at base. I realize it's pretty much wiped. We have won all over the place. At this rate, I do not have a great score. I'm generally okay, but I just loved using that fire ability to burn those guys. And we're coming back here. I'm watching from about this angle, and I see these are horses. They don't see me, luckily enough. I'm on the far side of the building. But they're chewing down other archers, so it's a win for him. These little guys are definitely my curiosity. I felt super bad about that shot. I wanted to handle it, but everyone has a little bit of bloodlust. And so here we are, just mopping up the last. Alright, I managed to keep all my stacks, hit them hard, hit them fast, and burn the last few to death. Vercingetorix, great archer general. Alright, we're going to jump straight to Kayane and her archer tactics. So for her battle on Marathon, we have artillery. Lots of it. From my perspective, that's a lot of artillery. I don't know that they have more, of course, but I'm like, let's defend, let's hold back. This map has a great little pocket right here of grass to hide in, and that's going to be my little gimmick. Alright, so let's speed it up a little bit, and we'll get right to it. Horses are a great first shot. You can see I have my long range arrows out just to kind of let them know don't get too close now. And I want to take this ridge. It provides a great wall. Horses are coming right for me. Terrifying, but they have a better target in mind. Like I said, horses will kind of make it harder to friendly fire. I'm seeing trouble. I pop all my abilities and try to get out of there to this little safe pocket. You set one unit back to melee and you move the other two away. Sacrificial lamb, but in this case it saved me from a bigger disaster. I get my last few parting shots as he's trying to run away, and then it's back to business as usual. Alright, my target is always enemy archers. They're sort of this weird anti-paper to my paper. So let's blast them, try to get the nuke off. I usually focus one group and then kind of divert my arrows all over the place. I just want to chew them down as much as possible. Hit a big group hard and shoot people in the back. They're running away. It might be a good idea to change your target. Alright, so I'm feeling confident. We got a lot of meat around us with shields. Horses are a concern as always, but right now I'm trying to move up to their little secret pocket of grass that offers some invisibility. From here, I feel really comfortable, and I just start hitting those catapults hard. I keep my eyes looking around to see who's coming after me, but after I wipe out those two catapults, it is on to greener pastures. Their little archer pocket's trying to hit mine, but it does not have the ability to actually shoot unless it sees me. I don't think it does. And I just get to rain. Obviously, I see trouble is encircling me. Okay, time to get off a couple shots and then get the hell out of there. So I take a few shots from the side as much as I can. I'm seeing these guys run away, shoot him in the back. That's like their weak spot, and I'm just trying to get off as much as I can as I'm booking it. Luckily, Spears see the trouble. He sets himself up to be right where I need him, and he's just going to block that for me, keep them tied up. And I see this little group. I'm trying to help out, right? That's a lot. My guys are outnumbered, but luckily I can just get off enough, hit these spears that are endangering me. I think they were coming for me. And then it's back to self-preservation and finishing off this little group that was on an ambush. Yeah, those fire shots rain in there, nice and burning. So yeah, always keep aware. I mean, horses, biggest danger to come hit me. So it's sometimes the best idea to either go for your horses or your spears with whatever ability you choose. I do like the one that just is really weak against armor but really good against unarmored units. That one's just really fun because you can really feel that it just cuts through archers. Alright, we're making the mad dash to the catapults. We'll speed this up here. They have boxed themselves in. You know, they got a nice little pocket, but that is just perfect for me. I'm putting myself on the outskirts of the grass in case I need to run and hide, but they're just lined up, and it's just quick, very quick with these rains. Executed, eliminated, executed, and they're done. And that little defensive holdout was nice, but just from the right spot. You can just feel the pain coming in. At this point, I took a lot of friendly fire, but that was an MVP win. Right place at the right time and learning when to get the fuck out. And yeah, always counter your counters as much as you can. Alright, for our last battle, we are looking at Thermopylae with a bit of a unique unit. I don't usually use catapults here. Okay, let's find my guy. There I am. Okay, so right off the bat, I want to put myself somewhere nice. Sometimes I put myself back here and spike up this little area. I wanted to try something a little different, so I set up my fortifications in sort of this hourglass pattern, you might say. Knowing that there's only two routes here, I prepare myself to put down the next spikes while I focus on hitting something. Right over here, they're coming for the flag. Alright, you can see my little cursor. I am looking at it like from this angle, and I'm just trying to place my cursor just enough. Usually I'm holding down space to show all the red and blue, and I'm getting those great shots. You can see the burning pots are inflicting some damage here. And I'm just waiting for these clicks. I only have the one artillery. It's moving a little slowly, but right off the bat I'm using my big burning stuff, and these guys are just getting roasted. I kind of wish these guys didn't throw their fire, but what a great ambush they provided. Alright. I am a little bit endangered, but I have went back and set up my other two spikes. At this point these guys are free, but I'm not sure what I want to do with them. My attention has focused down to the main field. What a bad shot for my last burning pot. I was kind of saving it. It's doing a little bit of piddly damage, but nothing much. These guys are in trouble. We got archers coming. Elephants are battling it out. And the arrows are flying. Alright, I'm looking at my little cursor here. I'm seeing that I am aim, and that would have been a great hit, but it bounced over those soldiers. So the terrain can really mess things up in a really fun, realistic way. Really adds a good dynamic. I am missing. Terrible. I could have been doing a whole lot better. And I even nicked one of my own elephants, right? Like, that's one of the worst things you can do, because catapults really hurt those guys. I'm finally seeing some better targets here, but in this frenzy, it's so hard to anticipate where things are going to roll. That one was lucky enough to miss Surus. El Sanks. Alright. And we are just looking for any trouble coming. At this point, I'm worried about them assaulting me. I've moved my Hastati out to engage. The idea is that I pin them down for my catapult to do some damage. It's not working so great. I have these guys using as much as their abilities, their war cry, their fear. And we are just holding it together. I'm trying to be very careful with my artillery shots. I'm kind of just letting the soldiers get backed up. And at this point, those elephants are key people. Let's turn this off so we can actually appreciate them. We got one guy riding. They're actually throwing spears and stomping about. Marvelous. Alright, red's been utterly destroyed. We are moving around. Oh, you know what? Fog of War is off. We can see what's going on. My two guys have finished, and I think about bringing them back. We have a horse charge right into spikes. Bam, bam. And there's nothing left of them. They thought they were top shit. I tell my catapult to do its stuff. They drop their equipment. They start fighting back. And that's going to be a battle we can win. Friendly horses come in. Don't get executed on spikes. Alright, that's a big change in the mechanics. Things are much better. Alright, my little guys were occupied throwing some stuff over here. And otherwise, backup has arrived to save my ass. So, we got to make the push. As you can see, the scoreboard is pretty much tied. We are mopping up a few of their last little bits here, but they are also mopping up a few of our last little bits. We got a little pack of archers going up against some pikemen. That doesn't look so good until this group of archers arrives. Alright, they got some swordsmen inactive, not even on the flag, weak, and we decide to make the big march towards their base. While we're heading there, though, unfortunately these guys are about to get spanked bad. Oh, correction, these are in disguise archers. They're pretending to be blue, so it looks even more dire. So we got two packs to deal with, and pikemen. Horses are going in. Now this is where chat is getting activated. People are sort of communicating, calibrating. People are saying, wait, hold off, don't go in, Alboe, split your guys, hit the pikemen. And I'm like, yep, I'm on it. I know the drill. We're kind of assembling, you know, like a real army would. Let's wait for everyone to come around. We do have some extra units in reserve, but they're kind of stalled, I suppose you'd say. Alright, so here's the big action moment. Archers and archers. The horses swing around the back, but they run straight into the pikemen. The pikemen were not deployed yet, which means those horses are not executed. I see he's coming to block the gap. I'm moving my guy forward. He drops his pikes, but he leaves me a nice little window. I take some minimal damage getting through, but it's enough. It's enough to get in there, activate my charge, and hit those archers. These elephants find a clear path through the other route. I have my guys moving around, and their little fortification is done. Whereas these pikemen, you know, if they had a third, they might have got us. Those archers didn't get enough shots off. I have these guys coming in around the back, and it is all but secured. Just a quick little move. Pikemen are not scary. Once you hit them from behind, you can watch that morale just plummet. Rear flank goes off, and it's dropping, 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 and they're gone. Once they break, their formation doesn't really work as effectively as it should, and they're just going to get chewed up. And the elephants get to have their day, surviving. There is a little pack of enemy archers over here, in disguise as blue friendlies, so it looks like, you know, oh, we're winning the battle, we're outnumbering them. But I take notice of that, and I decide to get a moving on. Probably after they shot the shit out of me, that I realize, oh yeah, These guys are an issue. And that goes for the remaining of the map. They run out, we get a little charge off, and their true colors are revealed to be a whole little pack here. So find that gap, run in there, do your business. Otherwise, stay well away from pikemen when they're in formation. Because I just brushed up against their wall, and they...
At night I wake up, the sheets soaking wet and freight train running through the middle of my head.